Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero back here again with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, back in the action, and we have these two players again. We've seen them in a couple of VODs already, but they've been bringing some really good games. It's Masterleaf and Mozart of Kane's Wrath, aka Unleashed UA. That's right, it's the Masterleaf and Unleashed show right now. But there's not too much going on with the replay system while I move around in my chair, and it's very loud. I don't know. I got a new chair and I'm still wearing it in, so it still makes, you know, it's not leather. It's some kind of like fake, not leather, but just some material. But anyway, it's a sick chair, it's a gaming chair, and it's really comfortable as well. So, wow, went off on a tangent there, but let's jump into the game. It's going to be Blackhand versus Steel Talons. These guys have selected their factions, by the way, and if we go over here, it's going to be Unleashed UA playing as Steel Talons against the one, the only Master Cheap. Master Cheat. I'm Cheetah. I noticed he's changed his avatar. Hopefully plays fair, man. Like, you want him to play fair so badly. It's just like, play properly, Leaf. And show us what you once were. He's going to be Blackhand now. A lot of people think, you know, oh, Steel Talons in 1v1 aren't terribly great. You know, they're not terrifically great. If you can get late game with them, you know, they're pretty cool guys. But again, they're a very slow faction. You need to use their air as well, and they have trouble against screen factions as well. Lack of EMP really hurts them. But again, they're still a formidable faction 1v1, and against Blackhand, I think they're actually quite good against Blackhand, just because the Titans negate any kind of flame rush. As well, they're pretty good against other ground units, hard to kill. And of course, they have the Wolverine, the best anti-infantry unit for cost effectiveness in the game. Wolverine and rifles will tear through everything. And of course, the Behemoth, the single best artillery unit in the game for denying base pushing. The Marv, you can just quad it up with engineers. Very cheap Marv, because the engineers are only $500 instead of, like, you know, $1,200, $1,300 zone troopers. But we'll have a look here at Leaf now. He's not going to flame rush him, which is intelligent, because one time, and it's GG Reckoner, GG Flame Tank. Not unless he cakes that or whiffs it pretty bad. Now, Unleashed, did he go? Yeah, he's going for a spike. He knows he's against Blackhand, so he probably could have gone for both the spikes, but he probably couldn't foresee himself getting that structure there, so not going to be the case. He's got two Cabal squads coming just to make sure there's no Orcas, because Unleashed will rush you with everything in the book. If there's something that you can rush with, Unleashed will rush you with it, but he gets one of the spikes as well. Yeah, you're not going to see any MRTs. I mean, Steel Talons do have quite a lot of options when it comes to rushing. He should be able to finish off that Cabal squad. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh man, is he going to lose to that Cabal squad? No, he doesn't. He just manages to get it. He sold that tower off a little bit too early, but he still keeps his scout. 4 Harvesters out for Unleashed. He's got another squad over here. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're going to jump into that Harvester, and he's probably going to go... No, he's not going to chase off these Cabals who are damaging his power plant. Masterleaf, meanwhile, has 3 power plant down, enough so his power remains operational while he expands. And he's going to go for that 5th Harvester now. The 5th Harvester almost out. Unleashed already has his 5th Harvester out, because of course he doesn't have to build an extra power plant, but he did draft or have to build quite a few of these towers. Although he does have 1 spike on ahead of Masterleaf, so that's probably covering the cost of those towers. Sell them back, $300 right there. Buggy comes out now from Masterleaf. He wants to keep eyes on Unleashed, make sure nothing crazy is coming out, because Unleashed will do that kind of thing. Now, he's expanding very late. He went for a 6 Harvester, and now he's only just expanding. So there we go. He puts down a command post. I was going to say it'd be interesting if he didn't do anything like, or if there's a reason why he wasn't moving his MCV, so he can get AP ammo really quickly. He obviously expects Masterleaf to be playing on the imp side of things, and that buggy up there will not be able to kill. There's actually 2 buggies, and they will not be able to kill that foxhole. He's probably going for, no more. He's going for Harvesters now, has an expansion down as well. A thing that Bonus Rue does to counter Pitbulls, he builds lots of buggies just because they tank so much damage and they can destroy Pitbulls if they're in big numbers. But it's not really, it's kind of an awkward fight, like no one really knows. They're kind of like spitting at each other and just taking swings. No one's really doing that much damage, and these Pitbulls will be able to fend them off now. The Pitbulls not really going to lose to these 2 buggies here now, although the buggies do have better speed, so they will ultimately be able to outrange these Pitbulls. Did Masterleaf take some blue Tiberium? No, there's no Tiberium missing here. So no one's taken a swing at that blue tip. But yeah, against Blackhand, you want to keep your scouting up. So Unleashed has scouts, of course, on the bottom, and he does have them on the top. Units could sneak through here or the blue field, but of course he is here right now. Battle marker goes down there. So Unleashed did have a Pitbull scout into Masterleaf's base. Good scouting by both these players. Very good scouting, I like that. But I think he might be going for Pitbull Wolverine as an option, which is viable. I mean, the Pitbulls, the Wolverines allow you to have that, you know, stand and fight kind of attitude. if the enemy engages, because AP ammo from Wolverines will just kill bikes almost immediately, and buggies take a decent amount of damage from them as well because of their armor type, and the gun type damage of the Orca is very powerful. Orca Strike comes in, sorry, Wolverine, far out, did that in the last game as well. Orca Strike comes in, is going to miss, not going to do too much, and I would be imagining he's not going for Orcas. No, he's not. He's just a fake out. It's just like, hey, and this is what you can do. You can call in the Orca Strike. Masterleaf now thinks there's going to be Orcas. And look at that. He responds by putting down AA batteries. So he's forcing out these AA batteries. Now, they're $800 each. He's going to put down a second one. So straight away, he's forced him to spend $1,600. And he's going to find these Wolverines here. And actually, yeah, they're not too bad, I guess. There is a lot of Wolverines there to do that kind of damage. Bloodhounds come in as well. So these buggies here probably will get torn up pretty badly. And there's actually rifles inside that one there, and yeah, both those buggies will be going down. Battle marker up there, no, it's nothing serious. APM, of course, is done, and he has complete ground control in the center here. I think Scorpion tanks will be coming out. No, he's got a barracks down. No, he's got tier 3. Is he going for a second MCV? It might be a dual MCV here by Masterleaf. Scan goes down. He's probably going for supercharged particle, so he can get that down there now. But the Wolverines are going to push an attack before that's done, and shredder turrets without supercharged particle. Yeah, not really going to do anything. They just maybe scratch the suits of the Wolverines here, but nothing serious. There is an MCV already out, so he's got 2 out. Didn't even see that. Third MCV, no, it's a Purify. That's going to be a pain. It's really going to be a pain to try to clean up. And yeah, he's going to come in here. He's actually going to go, and look at that. He's got quad turrets, so he's doing his quad turret thing where he knows how to build them and not desync. Now, essentially, it's not really an exploit to build quad turrets because they're in the game, but so not going to be calling anything there. If you can build quad turrets, then you can build quad turrets without desyncing. There's really nothing wrong with that. And these Wolverines will be getting chewed up now. There's just too many of these turrets here. And these Wolverines, I mean, reasonably expendable. He might not want to send the rest of them in, but yeah, these guys are coming in here now. Unleash is going to have to do something about that. Redeemer Engineer Facility is coming out, again, with double War Factory. He's going to be sitting pretty. The SAM turrets also get the quad turret as well. So that's going to be nice for him. I think if you get quad turret upgrade, you get those things there on the operation center. Why isn't that moving? Oh, I was pushing the wrong button. Oh my god, I'm such a big nub. Alright, so we'll just zoom back out from there. Again, I've been playing tons of Kane's Wrath lately, so I don't know what's going on. I just, yeah, really into Kane's Wrath again right now. It's just a really good time to play with all the maps and the 2v2, and a lot more 2v2 and 3v3 getting played, so I guess that's probably why I've been doing it. But Masterleaf is taking control of this game, and Unleashed might want to do something about that. Is he going for Tib Core? Yeah, he's going for Tib Core, so if there's going to be Hammerheads, which there's not going to be, and he's actually going for a Marv. He's got a Marv out already, and he's got Behemoths. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you're going to come up against a Black Cannon who's going to be doing this kind of base push, I mean, Shredder Turrets aren't going to really do too much against Behemoth because their armor is just too thick. The Behemoth is the single best artillery unit in the game, basically, in terms of its cost effectiveness, armor damage, versatility, everything like that. I mean, of course, it's slow and things like that. He's actually got rifleman squads in them as well, so that's going to be a problem. And yeah, putting these guys down now, digging foxholes. He's going to siege this base, and we'll have to see how this one goes. One Purify taking on some Wolverines. Should be able to kill those Wolverines, no problem. There is a Redeemer out, though. No EMP ability for Steel Talons aside from the Shockwave. Uses his Rage Gen. Wow, that really did nothing. Oh man, I think he thought there was more units there than there actually was. The MCV is here now, and he's going to put a base head down, no doubt a War Factory, and he's just going to go all in to siege this base. And he's actually getting in range of this refinery. He's going to want to watch out. These Harvesters, wow, getting picked off now. There is a Purify there. It does have flame weapons on it. The Marv is here. It's double rocket, double engineer. But he should be okay as long as the mark comes. Oh, Spectre Artillery. Spectre Artillery coming out now. That's bad. These Behemoths are in a bad position. They're all bunched up. The Obelisk is here. It's going down now. He did kill the Purify. That one Behemoth may be able to escape if he can destroy that right there. Oh, he doesn't quite get it. Is he going to go down? Yes, he does. Oh, that's amazing. That Behemoth just manages to stand. A Mammoth tank comes out as well. I mean, there's repairs here, so why the hell not? And the entire match now is focused on this center field. A Shockwave and an Orbital would be great right now, but the Marv is taking a lot of damage, and Masterleaf is in a pretty good condition right now. He's got Spectre Artillery. He's got 4 of them, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on now. He does recover one of those husks, and it goes down straight away. He's got 3 more Behemoth back here. This other Behemoth, which was from the start, is still alive. Second Mammoth tank comes out now. There's nothing garrisoned, and look at that. It goes back down straight away, but the Engineer's just going to reclaim it again. So this is keeping the Spectres very, very busy, mind you, because they're not firing at anything else aside from that, just one Behemoth. And the MCV, oh my god, is he going to lose his MCV? That Mammoth tank, yeah, I'm not sure if building Mammoth tanks was a good idea. Is he going to lose that MCV? If it goes down, this base pushes in all sorts of trouble. The Behemoth are firing at it, and it will go down. The build radius now has been severely restricted to just this refinery, so if he drops both of these obelisks, I think he's going to lose his Marv anyway. I think it's a little bit late for the Marv, yeah, but one behemoth goes down, so he's got no, so one obelisk goes down. Spectre artillery firing from the back. There are now 5 of them, which is going to be a real problem because they can outrange the behemoths, of course. Oh, geez, that one behemoth, he really doesn't like that behemoth. He's been killed about 5 times in a row. And now he's like, yeah, don't want you to have that behemoth. But, oh, the ref goes down, so masterleaf having trouble refining off this field now. He is having a little bit of trouble. These behemoths are actually running forward. The Redeemer is, of course, still alive, and he will be firing now on these units here. These behemoths are reasonably bunched, not terribly bunched, but this is the thing. The behemoths are just, again, such a powerful artillery unit if you get enough of them. He's got 7 behemoth here now, and that one behemoth, which has been destroyed so heavily by these Spectres, is now going to be recovered again if that engineer decides to do what he's told. Rage Gen goes off. 2 Spectres go down straight away. Rage Gen goes off. Doesn't affect them. They target other units. Shockwave artillery comes down. No, he misses the Redeemer. The Redeemer has no flame though, so he can just run. He can run the Spectres now, even hitting their own Redeemer. Moves back to the War Factory. He needs to run with these behemoths. He's got a veteran one there. Oh my god, he's not going to get it. And that one behemoth finally goes down now, and he's moving them all away. He needs to move them in different directions. And he still hasn't crushed any yet. He's going to get one now for sure. There's no... Oh my god, he's not getting one. He gets one there, and now some of the behemoths need to start firing on these units, and artillery fire is raining down everywhere. Oh no, all of a sudden, Unleash is in a little bit of trouble. The Redeemer is almost dead. The Redeemer is almost dead. Another Marv comes out, and if the Redeemer goes down, oh, more Spectres destroying the behemoths here. There's behemoth husks everywhere, and masterleaf is now scrambling to destroy these husks, and he's doing a good job splitting his Spectre fire. There's actually quite a few Spectres here, at least 6 Spectres. One goes down straight away. 2 husks getting destroyed. Sells off some units here. Needs some AP ammo towers, but he's got build race. Heroic Rifleman squad on the front line there. It's going to do a lot of damage. Although I have just noticed that no one's taken the blue tip except for Unleash now. If he gets back with that, that is going to be a massive income boost for him now. And this game really heating up here right now. He needs a Redeemer out right now, but he hasn't got it. He's trying to build Spectre artillery. What is he building though? He's building EMP buggies to try to disable the Marv. The Marv doesn't have very big firepower, but he does get rid of that. He gets rid of that one EMP buggy. Spectre artillery rain down, and he's actually going to destroy the engineering facility, and he does get it. He kills the last EMP buggy, and masterleaf now is falling apart here. He doesn't have any build radius down. He's only got build radius up near this refinery, and the Spectre artillery are going to have to move. Blackhand do not have stealth artillery, and they're going to get shot up by the Marv, and that barracks is gone. Will he get one? He doesn't actually get a kill. Oh, almost. So those Spectre artillery extremely lucky not to be destroyed there. Harvest is getting shot up. The Marv will now be moving out of the way of the Spectre fire. It's just surprisingly actually fast enough to move out of the way of that. And more Spectre fire comes down now, and so much artillery raining down on these guys. There's a beacon there. It's an orchestra coming in from the north as well. Actually doesn't really hit too much. More Harvest is getting destroyed, and masterleaf in a world of pain right now. He needs to stop this behemoth army, but of course remember behemoths can be recovered, so he needs to do the double tap, and it's just going to waste more fire on these guys. There is a raider buggy here as well, and he's going to lock down some of these behemoth. Oh, he actually force fires the ground to do a lot of damage here. We have Bloodhounds coming in, but one of the 2 of the V35s go down. Oh my god, that was a lot of fire right there. He lost those Bloodhounds. I'm not sure why he called them in on the front line. And masterleaf is actually pushing this back now. Both those engineers actually get destroyed. There's only one behemoth here. There's a second one back here, but the Spectres open fire. Good night, behemoth. That goes down, and somehow masterleaf has pushed this back, and Unleashed is just chilling back here now. He's like, well, I've got one behemoth left, and now he's going to clean up the husks as well. That one behemoth will be firing on that obelisk. If he can drop that, that would be nice because it's the last real base defense here. And no, he's actually going to fall back. Hammerhead's coming out now. A lot of artillery fire coming out. There's a few EMP buggies here. There's another war factory up here from masterleaf, who's probably starting to go back to his main field. Yeah, he is. But I remember Unleashed did pull in the entirety of the blue tip field then, and he is refining it. He's probably already refined it, so he's going to be turning that into money. He might be able to kill. No, he's not going to be able to kill any of these Spectres. 3 Spectre artillery over here. There's another 3 up in the north as well, and he's going to be chasing these EMP buggies. And oh, he actually blows his own EMP buggies up there. He will be destroying this war factory, I think. There's not too much he can do to save that. And the Hammerheads, yeah, there's Mantis coming out, and he has Tib Core, so these Hammerheads aren't going to be terribly effective. Oh no, these Spectres are completely open, and he will be destroying the 2 damaged ones straight away. He gets 2 damaged ones. Can he get the 3rd one? I think he's going to be risky it a bit if he chases it, but he is going to chase it, and he does get it. Nice work there. Elite rifles in there. Needs to watch out for that. Oh no, that Mantis got a shot off. Oh geez, 2 Hammerheads just got destroyed there, and straight to veteran there because some of the rifleman squads are already ranked up, and they'll give away more veterancy. So that Mantis straight away to a rank. And this tib field now, no one can really mine off of it. It looks like 3 Spectres remain from masterleaf, and that's all he's going to need to really push this base back, I think. Masterleaf, sorry, no, Unleash does have a Marv here, and it does have 3 rifle, probably going for an Engineer now, I reckon. Yeah, Engineer is coming out, so he's going to be going for that. Mantis is here, needs to watch out. Masterleaf does run this Mantis in, not a good idea here. He does actually lose it straight away, so needs to be a bit more careful with those, I think. We have a beacon here. Is he going to notice the beacon? Yeah, he does notice the beacon. No, he doesn't pull away the last one, but the refinery movement does cause that that Spectre to move. That was pretty lucky right there from Masterleaf, who now has 3 Spectres left and half dozen Raider buggies, but not much else. He doesn't have much else. He's desperately trying to refine here. And Unleash is like, you know what? I'm going to refine here as well, buddy. That Rifleman squad just going a veteran. He's going to pull it away, so he's not prepared to send those guys in. And again, those Rifleman squads killing that whole squad. Wow, elite, far out. That was quick. Killing those Cabal squads, doing a lot of damage. Going to take out the Spike. He could go for the other Spike down here. Does he have an Engineer? No, he doesn't have an Engineer going there, so he doesn't have anything going down there at the moment. Now, he does EMP the Marv, but the thing about EMPing Marv and using Spectres is that the Spectre artillery will usually splash down the Raider buggies, and oh, not this time, he actually gets that one, and he gets the other one as well, so the Marv is like, yep, cool, there's a base head there that I really don't want to attack into right now. I'm just going to move back. Another War Factory has been placed, so he's got another War Factory here. Behemoth are starting to make an appearance, so this game is going to continue to go on, so really, at the end of that, you would have thought someone probably would have pushed through and won, but no, not the case. Hammerheads return to base. They did get that Spike, so Masterleaf in a little bit of trouble. He does have an MCV down here, and he's got a bit of Tiberium as well. Could sell and recycle some of his base. It's his only MCV, so I'm not sure if he's going to be selling that or what. He is going for Bike Buggy now. He does have Tib Core. Those Spectres, look at the spread on those Spectres. Massive concave there, all spread out, so they can't get hit by anything. Harvester goes down. Emp Buggy goes down, and oh, what are you doing there, Masterleaf? He's trying to force fire the ground so he can hit the Marv, but it was not the case. Tib Core bikes rolling around now. There's a Behemoth there. The Hammerheads are like, yep, we're out of here. No, they're not quite out of here. They need to destroy those Tib Core bikes, and they will start focusing them down. The Tib Core bikes not really opening fire too effectively there, and they all go down. They trade with the Hammerheads though. Almost all the Hammerheads going down. EMP Buggies come in, and that attack was a bit clumsy, I think, from Masterleaf. He is going to get these Behemoths. There's 2 Behemoths still remaining, so all the Hammerheads got destroyed, but the Marv is still alive. And only 1 Behemoth fell, and he pretty much expended all his Bike Buggy for that. 3 Spectre Artillery still remain. No, sorry, there's 4 Spectre Artillery here now. 5th one comes out, and nothing comes out of that War Factory, so it must have been cancelled. And now he's going to fall back here. He's like, wow, I'm getting really pressured here. The Marv would probably want to try to Marvest. Harvesters are like, yep, we're not going to stay here. It's too dangerous for us. 1 Harvest being pulled back to the War Factory as well. Not doing too much. The Spectre Artillery, what is Masterleaf doing? He's got them caught in selection. He just EMP'd his own Spectre Artillery, but is this going to be okay? Is he going to pay for this? He has obviously got them selected with the EMP buggies there unintentionally, and that 1 EMP buggy blocks the others. Will he get an EMP off? Yeah, that Spectre goes down. He will get an EMP off, and he's actually done a lot of damage to the Marv. 4 Spectres now firing on the Marv, and that does a fair chunk of damage now. He's probably going to get 1 more good volley. No, he's going to EMP again, and Unleashed may be losing his Marv here. He may very well be losing the Marv. The Spectres now firing, doing a lot of damage. I think 2 more volleys and that will be enough, but the Behemoth are moving into range. The Behemoth are moving. It's like an open fire right now. Fires on the Spectre Artillery. Oh my god, he gets away. So lucky. So lucky, but the Marv also gets away as well. That was tight. That was very tight. So this whole game now just focused around this field. Scan comes down to see what he's got. He can see that there right now. He might want to destroy the refinery, because if the refinery goes down, there's no build radius. He takes a swing at that. 1 more volley. He could probably level this right here and now. No, he needs another volley. Will he get it? No, he packs up there. Oh, he tries to move the Behemoth. I probably would have fired, but oh man, he's going to take damage now. That 1 Behemoth goes down straight away. Orchestrite comes in. Is he going to get a kill? It does get a kill. 1 of those Spectres goes down. It was a veteran one as well. I'm pretty sure it was a veteran one, but the refinery falls. 2 more Behemoth out on the south side here will cause that that refinery to fall, and now there is no build radius here. Oh, kills the engineer as well. That's nice. There's no build radius here for Masterleaf, and will he get the double EMP? Wow, he does get the double EMP again. The Spectre's going to be opening fire. Oh, both those EMP buggies go down, but the Spectres may still be able to destroy this. They're now firing at these Behemoth. Losing those 2 Behemoths would be pretty bad. I think 1 Behemoth should be able to get away if Unleash gives a move order. He's trying to move. No, he loses it. The splash damage on these things is pretty crazy, and the Spectre Artillery will be destroying those guys, as well as getting rid of the Husk as well, but there is a Marv here. There is a Rig here as well, looking to lend support for the Marv. It's a little bit outside its range, but he is moving forward, and yeah, still got 2 veteran Spectres here, so great use of Spectres here by Masterleaf, doing a lot of work, especially against Behemoth. And again, both sides now are really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Nothing much has happened. A nice flame tank counterattack would be really nice by masterleaf, but he's focused. Both players have a bit of tunnel vision right now. They're both heavily focused on this middle field. They're just like, no, I have to attack in this middle field. And Orcas are coming in, and they're going to take out the Spectre Artillery. They take one down. The Mantis are here, not covering these guys very well. We saw it in another game, masterleaf using Mantis extremely effective, but then they got caught out of position and he lost most of his army before the Mantis could really do anything about it. But people build these now as Blackhand because without the glitched firing anymore, because they were glitched in 1.02, now that they can actually shoot properly, they can actually do their job, so people are building them now. So very powerful, especially with their volley. Once they open fire, the rocket will hit its target basically, and very damaging there. More harvesters going to the blue tip field. There's really nothing much here. Rifleman will open fire on that Mantis, not doing too much damage. Mantis don't really have that much armor, a little bit of armor plating, it's only minimal. Orchestrite coming in now. The Marv should move back to that what do you call it, battle base now. He's actually going for a few Titans, so he's obviously expecting Bike Buggy to come out, because a lot of Titans and a Marv would be good versus that, and especially against EMP Buggies. Only 2 Orcas, so he hasn't committed heavily, and I think he guessed correctly when it's going to be Bike Buggy, because it is going to be Bike Buggy here from masterleaf. He's got quite a number of Raider Buggies. He probably should get some more bikes, I think. Now, he has sold up almost everything in his base to get this, so he's doing a full transition. Does he have another rocket left? No, he doesn't have another rocket left. It's not going to matter. That 1 Orca will be going down. The 2 Spectre Artillery, not terribly useful now. They're all that remains of that previous attack. Probably with 15 plus Spectres that were built. And oh, he's actually got railguns. Oh man, railguns on the rig, that's nice. And masterleaf is going to have to try to defend this. Yeah, he immediately turns around. He was killing harvesters over here, but he's like, hey, I have to get back. No, he's actually going to turn around again. Oh man, this is really heating up now. Masterleaf is going to have to run the MCV. Did he sell his MCV? I cannot see Masterleaf's MCV anywhere on that. No, there it is. He's going to go for imp spam. Meanwhile, he's going to try to clean up this base here. Unleash is going to try to put down some units. He is going for an upgrade. It's probably adaptive armor. That's a good idea because the Titans will be immune to EMP ability then. And he will be forcing the sell off of all these base areas here. Should be able to get that power plant. That power plant is going to go down. There's a rig here with railguns. There's 1 behemoth remaining. The Marv and adaptive armor is done. He could sell you. He sells the Texan straight away. He's like, yep, I don't need that anymore. He could just go ahead with Wolverines. And this game is really coming down to the wire. Masterleaf's MCV did not move. It did not make a move, and now it is vulnerable. It is vulnerable. The rig needs to deploy. The rig cannot deploy because there are units here. The rig may be destroyed. Unleash isn't watching too well there. He's going to deploy it now. He's trying to destroy the MCV. He's going all after the Titans. Are not fussed by that building blocking. Oh no, Masterleaf lost his. He lost the MCV, and there's only 2 buildings left. There's only 2 buildings. There's Titans. Here's what they need to stop shooting at the units. They need to start shooting at these buildings here. He gets it. There's only a barracks left. There is only a barracks left here. I actually know he's got buildings up here. What am I doing? I am just full of it. But nonetheless, this rig here providing just so much support, so difficult to kill from Bike Buggy, and they're going to run in. Doesn't use the adaptive arm, which is unfortunate, which is the whole reason why you upgrade it. Maybe it should be automatic, I don't know, but maybe they could have done something about that. But this 1 behemoth is still alive, and he will be getting some repairs from this rig should a battle drone spawn, but there's only 1 battle drone. The other 2 actually got destroyed, and it will be going down. Oh, look at this. Masterleaf has been defeated, not even paying attention and wondering why my mouse disappeared. And what a tight game there. Oh man, that middle engagement was just so full of it, and then to have the game end on a cliffhanger there, that was pretty crazy. 22 minutes 10 seconds there, and Unleashed got 173,000 to Masterleaf's 160,000, so about 13,000 in favor of Unleashed UA. You can see where the blue tib hit in right there. That's where the blue tib came in and put him level with Masterleaf. And yeah, it came all down to the decision making, the micro, the fact that Unleashed could destroy the build radius and the MCV was critical to winning that engagement. If you have the opportunity to take down those structures, that's how you end the build push. You kill the MCV or you kill the supporting structures around it and get rid of the build radius. That's how you want to do it. That's how you want to stop that kind of thing. And Unleashed did it. The Spectre Artillery was devastating for him though, but he pushed through it. And Masterleaf there, a little bit unlucky not to fully break Unleashed there, but Unleashed was getting tipped behind the scenes, and that really all that mattered in the end. Able to recover his losses, but wow, great game by both players. Well done to Unleashed there. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm Green Zero. Stay tuned to my channel, more announcements coming up. I have more videos for you. Stay tuned. More Kane's Wrath action as soon as possible. Anyway, I'll see you all next time.